February. Thank you guys again for hopping on. My name is Adam Peterson, account manager for South Chicago, Central Illinois, some of the St. Louis market as well, and I host these training calls every Monday. We're happy to have you guys on. We have a variety of topics we always discuss, and today we will be focusing on our tax season readiness, wanting to make sure you guys are prepped to have a great month or 2 months and have great year-over-year growth. So let me go ahead and start my slideshow for those of you that are on the screen with me online. And can you guys let me know, can you hear me okay? And can you see my screen?
Yes, Adam, you sound amazing, and the screen looks wonderful.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Chris. And then if there's any comments, DCI family, if you guys can help me kind of just call those out and stop me anytime as needed. All right, so I want to start with one of the things that DCI offers that kind of separates us from all the other DDPs out there is we like to go above and beyond for our marketing opportunities for you guys. And Edgar has created these amazing tax refund document folders for you guys. These aren't going to be pushed out to every single door. So for those of you that are on the call, kudos and congratulations for hearing about this great opportunity for you. But it's for any door looking to commit to a co-branding participant at their nearest tax consulting service retailer. You guys can use these for February and March. They've been a huge success in the past. And basically what it is you partner up with your local tax provider. If you're new to doing outside sales or going to a business-to-business, it's really simple and easy. You'd be surprised how receptive these people are. If you think about it, if you go to a tax place, they're all working, right? So they're going to be professional, they're going to be polite, they're going to be positive. So you're going to get the exact same thing when you walk in, when you walk in with these folders about a possible business partnership. So what they're looking to do is partner up with a tax store near you, and you give them that folder, and if the customer shows their folder to Boost Mobile participant, they'll get a free accessory with the new line of service. So basically, there's a WIFM, or what's in it for me, for the tax service company. You're going to take their tax service ad, so if it's H&R Block or Jackson Hewitt, whoever you use, you would take their cards and you put them onto your point of sale, and you give them to customers when they come in and they activate a phone. And what they'll do for you is they'll put their documents in one of these Boost folders. So when all their tax stuff is done and prepared, they can put all their tax refund documents in this Boost folder that does have that little printed on there of a free accessory with a new line of service. So this is awesome. It's a win-win for everybody. Again, they're not going out to all. There is basically about 50 to 100 per door if you want to be really aggressive with it. But you need to reach out to your DCI account manager, so whether that be Chris or Tommy, myself, or Julia, or Sam, or Linda. You want to reach out to them, and they can make sure you are on the list to receive these folders. All right, so let's talk a little bit more about them, right? So the 2020 tax season folders are ready to ship to doors who want to participate in the local co-branding initiative. Just send the request to your account manager. We need to build these lists quickly because supplies are limited. So if you're on this call, again, send it out right now. You shoot them a text to your account manager saying you want to participate, and then we'll make sure to get these folders out to you. The recommendation for you guys to have a winning, successful tax season and to make this kind of partnership work is you want to make sure you have your business card or stamp inside every folder with the store information. Now, keep in mind, every door should have a stamp. If you're new and you don't, if you're a brand new store, then you probably want to go to your local Office Max to get a stamp created. This was a requirement about 1.5 years ago or 2 years ago, because DCI will send you some flyers from time to time for you guys to put your stamp on and go out and pass out in your local area. But you got to have that stamp because, as we know, there are a lot of Boost stores out there. So you want to make sure if you're using these folders or if you're using flyers, you have that store stamp so you drive that traffic back to your location and you don't send it to a competitor's door. So you're going to make sure that business card or stamp is inside that folder with the information needed. Visit your local tax office and ask if they want to, if they're willing to insert their customers' prepaid taxes in our folders in exchange to passing out their flyers and referrals to their own business. And if you want to go a step farther, you can set up a table in their office to promote offers and vice versa. Last year we had a lot of tax prep places setting up in our booth stores. So you got to keep in mind the COVID rules and regulations, but something that's been successful for us in the past and definitely an opportunity willing to explore. The boost partner, you guys, if you're going to do this, you do have to commit to giving away a free accessory with a new activation, which obviously you're going to be very profitable. If they do an activation, you give an accessory that costs you a couple bucks, they're happy, you're happy, we get a new sale, and you're driving traffic that maybe would not normally be coming through your door. The accessory could be a Bluetooth, a phone case, screen protector, charging cable, whatever the case may be. All right, any questions on these tax season folders before I move forward? All right. So no questions, I'll move forward. I want to make sure you guys are staffing appropriately for tax season. Remember, February and March is our Christmas season, right? I know for big box stores, it's November, December. But for boost retailers in the prepaid market, it's February and March. When those tax checks roll in, that's when we see the biggest lift from our customers year after year after year. So I want to make sure you guys are staffing appropriately. You may need some extra people for the next couple months because you are going to be getting tons of people in your doors. So plan ahead for your busy weekends. And if you can get increased staffing for the next couple months, that's huge. I know staffing is one of the biggest challenges we definitely have out there in the market. But if you can get increased staffing, that may very well help you not only to handle the customers you have, but if you want to do these initiatives like going to local businesses and partner with them for tax season, you obviously have to have someone in store to man your point of sale while you're out pushing these extra initiatives. So try to plan ahead, plan some days where, hey, I'm going to be out traveling to see 10 or 15 local businesses today. Can we get an extra person in my store so that we can go out and take advantage of these opportunities? I've done this plenty of times with my dealers, and honestly, an hour to 2 hours is plenty of time to go out and hit 10 to 15 local businesses, give them your quick pitch, leave them some flyers or leave them a folder, and cross promote. A couple of big days I wanted to call out is February 12th, which is going to be a payday Friday. So you want to make sure you are well staffed on that weekend, the 12th and the 13th. And then probably the busiest selling day of February and of this year will be February 26th, because not only is it going to be tax time, those tax checks hitting, but it is also an SSI day because the 28th is on a Sunday. So those government checks are going to come out on Friday, February 26th. So I want to make sure you guys are planning for that now. Next thing I want to talk about is to make sure you guys have successful tax season, have year-over-year growth. You need to know your numbers and you need to set goals. To say you're going to have year-over-year growth without knowing what you did in February of 2020, it's kind of like throwing a dart blindly at a map and telling them you want to hit a specific city, right? Really hard to do. You need to know exactly where your numbers are at and set those goals. So the DLAR, which DCI will send to you every single Monday, will show you your numbers from last year and last year. And then you can set that goal, you raise it from what you did in February of 2020 to what you will hit in February of 2021. What's also important is not only to set those goals at a door level, but at a rep level as well. I know a lot of you out there have reps that float from store to store. So if you give them a goal for a door, well, if they're only there, 2 out of 5 days, and then they're at another door the other 3 out of 5 days, that's not as effective. Make sure that rep has their own internal goal as well. Having a goal out there really gets people to strive to do their best. They can see if they're trending low, they need to pick it up. If I didn't get any sales today, I need to make sure I get 2 or 3 tomorrow to make up for that day of poor selling. So make sure those goals are out there, not only at your door level, but at the rep level as well. And then also really important too, that you guys give recognition to your top performers. And recognition doesn't always have to be in terms of money. Different people are motivated differently. Yes, in sales, a lot of people, money is the bottom line. But there are a lot of reps out there that I've talked to is like, hey, I just want a good job. I just want you did great. I just want, you crushed it. You're tops on our team this week. That is motivating. So make sure you are providing that recognition to your top performers, if not on a daily, on a weekly basis, so they can see who's really doing great. And again, sales is competitive. So if you have a team of 6 or 7, 8 employees for a couple of doors and one person's getting recognized as number 1 it's going to drive those other people below them to work harder and get that top spot. So make sure you guys continue to give recommendations to your stores. You set goals at the door level and on the rep level as well. All right, now let's jump into our tax season promotions. You guys are going to get the info now for the big promotions we have coming up in the near future. The first one we'll talk about is a free month when you bring your own phone to Boost. So this is our BYOD promo. So this starts February 9th through March 29th. Any customer that brings their own device and activates on a monthly plan will get their second month of service for free. So all BYO devices, excluding feature phones, so excluding just like a flip phone, all BYOD devices will qualify. All new and port-in customers will qualify. All monthly Boost mobile plans are eligible. And again, this is only for a single line. And the single primary line is the only one eligible for that month 2 credit. They must bring their own BYO device. The second MRC will be credited to the account via a script on the back end prior to their due date. As dealers, you guys are still paid comp like you normally would on month 2, but your customers are going to pay a dime. So this is awesome. If they have any add-ons like insurance or international calling, those must be paid prior to month 2, or they could see interruption in service, because this does only cover the reoccurring charge. All right, any questions on this, on the bring your own phone for month 2 promo? Bring your own phone, free month of service in month 2. No questions. All right, it goes February 9th through March 29th, just as a reminder. The other things we're going to have going on, we have the Power Bundle. So I know the Power Bundle has been a huge focus for Boost. You can it's been a big priority the last couple of weeks. Now, realistically, we understand that, you know, Power Bundles, if you look at like DCI as a whole, it makes up about a little less than 3% of our sales. So this isn't your bread and butter offer. So we're not asking you to slam Power Bundles to all your customers. However, there might be a great opportunity here if, you know, you have a customer who has their tax refund or they're getting a stimulus check and they want to save some money where they pay the 6 months up front. I think every rep should have at least one Power Bundle under the belt, to be honest. But it's not something you really need to slam. Your bread and butter is going to be your $50 and $60 plans. Just want to make sure you guys are aware of that. I know there's a lot of focus on the Power Bundle, and yes, we love it. Yes, we want to push it. But our bread and butter is going to be our 50s and 60s, as they are each and every month, as well as our add-a-lines. But the good news for the Power Bundle, for those of you that love it, it is extended out, and it'll be here through March 29th. They also are going to have the 3 for $90 promotion. That will be available as well for any customers. It's available for any existing customers on the $50 plan are eligible for that also. And again, we just talked about your free month of service in month 2. The other promotions we have going on, we will continue to have the iPhone SE 64 gig for $99.99. That's eligible on the $60 plan, and you can also get that price on the Power Bundle plan, which that's been a big pitch for me personally when I pitch a Power Bundle. It's not only you're saving them $60 because they're saving $10 a month, months 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. But if you give them an iPhone SE, you're saving them $210 because that iPhone SE is typically $250 on a $50 plan, right? They only get it $99 on the 60. So if the iPhone SE on a $50 plan is typically $250, $250 minus $99.99, that's $150 in savings, plus the $60 in your monthly fees, that's $210. And if you really want to show more savings, those customers don't have to come in for 6 months. So month 2 through 5, there's no $3 fee. So 5 times 3, that's an extra $15. So really it's $225 in savings to get an iPhone SE on the Power Bundle plan. That's been the pitch that hits for my dealers. So I suggest you guys use that in your door and take advantage of these great promos. But even if you don't do a Power Bundle, still $99.99 on the $60 plan. For the port-in deals, we also have the Stylo 6 free with port-in, Samsung Galaxy A21, Moto G Fast, and Cool Pad Legacy Brisa. On the BOGOs, the buy one, get one free, the LG K51, Samsung A21 will still be there, and then we will add the LG Stylo 6 which is new. That will be back in the BOGO offer. We'll also have the Port 1 Get 2 free on the Galaxy A10e. That will continue in market as well. And your add-lines, you will continue to have the CoolPad Legacy for $5, the Samsung A10e for $10, as well as the G7 Play. For $15, the K22, which we covered in last week's call, that will be added as well. So $15, add-a-line to LG K22, great price for that phone. And then $25 for the CoolPad Brisa.
Hey,
Again,
Adam.
Yep.
Hey, just for the SE, did you want to talk about the updated pricing?
Yeah, I think I have pricing coming up here shortly. Yep, you got it. I will.
I got you. Yep. No
problem. All right. What promotion is going to end? The double your data promotion. That will end on the $10 and $15 plan. You guys aren't selling much of this as well. I know when I look at numbers from my dealers, this is very little. Those $10 and $15 plans are great to keep customers from walking out your door. And it gives you a little ability to sell against like your Walmart brand phones. But those plans aren't our core, but it is great to have that option for customers who just need to make calls and want to bring their own phone over. But the double data on those is going away. The plans, however, will remain. All right, next I just want to talk a little bit about Smile and Dial. So we want to talk about plans about being successful in tax season. One of the big keys here is reaching your customer base. It's a free form of advertising. You guys that have Elevate are already paying for it. This unnamed dealer I have right here, I want to show you, if you hustle, what an impact you can make using Smile and Dial. So the dealer I have up here, you can see the number one has 605 calls made in a month. If you think about our goal is 10 calls per day. So the goal for last month would have been, 310 calls, right? So that's the goal. So look at all these doors that are over that goal. 605 calls, 600 calls, 474 calls, 388 calls, 366 calls, 333 calls. And then the ones that are very close, 295, 235, 110. Those are below the expectations of 10 calls per day. But if you're really hustling, you're getting 20 calls out per day, think of how much traffic you can be driving back into your door. Another thing I want to point out, if you look at Elevate to Griffin Match, because I have some doors out there that they're making, 100 calls. And they say, oh, well, we're too busy and, we don't have time to make these calls. They're making 100 calls. And their Elevate to Griffin Match is like around 45, 50%. It's just laziness on the part of the reps, because these doors that are doing 600 calls, 605 calls, 474 calls, these doors do well into triple digits every single month in sales, and they still have time to make these calls. Why? Because they are hustling to make the most of every minute they are in that door, and they're doing it the right way. 98% match, 99% match, 98% match to Griffin. So the excuses of I'm too busy, I can't make more than 10 calls a day, to me, it's a bunch of hogwash, because I see dealers that are the busiest doors in the country crushing that expectation, and that is why these dealers are crushing, because they take advantage of it, they do it the right way, they just make it, this is a requirement of your business. If you work here, you need to make these calls every single day, no excuses. You don't get paid comp for it. This is part of your job, all right? So I just want to instill that kind of sense of urgency and I guess discipline for you guys on this call, because it can be done. Right here, I'm showing you, this is one of my dealers, and they crush. And their numbers are number one, their Smile and Dial numbers are number one, and their sales are. It all is one package. So make sure you guys are making your Smile and calls early and often. Today is February 1st. No better day to get on the ball and make sure you guys are knocking this number out of the park. All right. So now let's get into
question.
Yes.
From Shaker.
Yep.
Hey, what's going on, guys? All right, a lot of times on Smile and Dial, they don't give us numbers for us to Smile and Dial. Every time you look up, there's always 0, 0, 0, 0. 22 numbers only they give us at a time. I talk to Smile and Dial, the other people a lot of times, and this is happening a lot. I mean, I always get, reach my minimum, but we can't go over if we don't have numbers to call.
Great point, Shaker. Thanks for bringing that up. Yes. So if you don't have the leads in your system, we understand that. And so when your account manager does that review with you, they can see you don't have leads to call. So if you don't have leads to call, nothing you can do about them. Now, typically leads are loaded in every week. So if you don't have them 1 week, check the following week, and hopefully you will see additional leads in there. If not, you did the right thing. Call Smile and Dial, see if there's anything else they can do to get you additional leads, which if you guys are in Smile and Dial to make your Smile and Dial calls on the left-hand side, you scroll down, you see the Contact Us support button. That's the Elevate Marketing for Smile and Dial number you would need to call. But yes, some stores, they may not have been open long enough to have leads to, hit those numbers. And that's all very well understood. So if you did such a great job, you don't have any leads left to call, congratulations. That's great. There's nothing else you can do in that situation.
Adam?
Yep.
I found something out last week that if they have a user that has not done their DNC training, they will take those out until that's completed. So if you're showing nothing, that could be the reason. So you might want to get with your AE to see if everybody's taken the DNC training.
Yep, great point, Linda. So what she's saying there is anytime you have a new hire and that new hire is put in STAR, let's say you have 3 employees at your store, you get a new hire, that new hire has a STAR ID. If they do not complete the DNC training and the Smile and Dial training, the leads will be pulled out of your system until those are completed. Typically, it takes 2 weeks after completion for the leads to be loaded back in. You can kind of call Elevate and see if they can make that a little faster. But yes, a great point, Linda. I've seen that as well. So anytime you do have a new hire, if they are in STAR, the first thing they should be doing is taking that DNC training and Smile and Dial training. Otherwise, your leads will be pulled out of Smile and Dial. All right, so let's jump ahead to inventory. So LG K22 this week, we will have still allocated on October's 3MR for branded doors, 70% and above. The LG Tribute Monarch that we have out, that is limit 5. I know there was there was Elevate ads promoting the Tribute Monarch towards the end of the month. That phone is going to go end of life soon, just so you guys are aware. Right now you can get 5, and those are limit 5 per day. The LG K51 TN Sims, probably want to stock up on that, right? It's going to be a great promotional phone for us. Those are limit 10, and that is a per day limit, not weekly limit. Stylo 6, limit 10 as well, and that is daily, not weekly. Probably want to stock up on that one too, based on what we just saw. Moto G Fast is allocated to BR doors above 70%. Samsung Galaxy A10e, that is limit 5, again, per day. Galaxy A21 is allocated based on October 3MR and productivity. iPhone XR White 64 gig SIM out should be arriving to DCI on Wednesday. Those will be limit 2 per Apple approved door. And then we do have the BYOD SN SIMs for dealers who need those on limit 20. And Chris, did I hit your point here or did I miss it? Did you want to touch on anything?
Did you see the message from Robert today about the updated SE pricing starting on the 9th?
Yeah, so that come in. Let me see if I can pull it up here. Do you have that handy, Chris? I'm trying to find it right now.
Yeah, it was $49.99 starting on the 9th. So I think the tab had on their head it listed at $99.99. Starting February 9th.
Awesome. It does. Yes, this deck definitely does show $99.99 pricing. So iPhone SE, order today. Those are going to be $49.99. So stock up now. Also coming soon, the device pricing sort tool is going to update, the one we use for our BOGO pricing. On February 9th, they're going to update this to make it a one-stop enhancement to the BOGO sort tool. So you have everything you need to know in one place. You just enter the ESN to see if the handset qualifies for a BYOD, for add-lines, for BOGOs, or upgrade pricing. And you can do up to 5 ESNs at a time. So this is going to be really cool. And it does have older devices as well that have been out for over 6 months. Not going to replace the device compatibility tool or Elevate, but just a great additional tool that will be coming for your device pricing sort tool. I would probably implement it at my point of sale to make sure that everything is getting priced correctly. Again, this does not replace the device compatibility tool in Elevate. So you have to do that, and you must run the port-in credit and upgrade eligibility before doing that transaction. But it's just an additional feature, which will be available to you guys on February 9th. So just kind of last topics. Own your mile, tax season. I know we're still in difficult times of coronavirus, but if you can get out there, you can partner with local businesses, wear your masks, own your mile. Now's the time to shine, because that traffic is going to be out there with money in their pockets, and you guys can drive that into your door and close as many sales as possible. Secondly, power bundle. Do you guys have a cheat sheet in store? I can't tell you how much more impressive it is to a customer if they come in and you pitch them an iPhone SE and you give them that out the door price, 6 months of service, your setup fee, the phone, maybe a case and screen protector bundled, and you give them one price, like a value meal at McDonald's. It makes you look super credible, makes them think you know what you're talking about, and there's no like kind of hemming and hawing and trying to figure things out and add it up. Strongly recommend you get a cheat sheet of what you sell the most of in your doors for power bundles. It is a key to success when pitching that plan. November 3MR updates. Those will be sent out shortly. So we want to make sure you are focusing on your February third month payments now. They were actually sent out, I think, last week as well, but make sure you focus on these now, as we are now into February. We want to make sure you guys have a gangbuster month for your third month payments, and there is no money left on the table. Lastly, email capture. Make sure with every sale, you guys are capturing your customer's email address. This is a new thing Boost started reporting on a couple weeks ago. So it used to be a requirement, and you couldn't skip over it. But now it's not a requirement, but we're asking you, capture it every time. Why, right? Let's tell you. For the dealers, for you guys, if you have Elevate Marketing and we send out an email campaign, to 300 of your customers, and 300 of your customers have the name Mickey Mouse at AOL.com, total waste of you having that service. For your customers, if they have their correct email in there, like Boost Perks, we don't really talk about that at point of sale. I watch phones getting sold every day. No one's talking about Boost Perks. Well, your customers are getting notified, hey, free pizza at Papa John's today, or hey, free drink, free Monster at Circle K today. So they're going to get these awesome offers pushed out to them automatically, as well as getting your Elevate campaigns, as well as any promotion, they'll be driven back to your door. So very important, you guys are capturing that email address at point of sale. Just make it a habit, make it a requirement. The reporting's out there now, so they look at if they're not only seeing if there's an email in there, but they're seeing if it's a correct email. So if it's an invalid email, like one door I thought had a great idea. If a customer doesn't give them an email address, they would just put first name, last name at gmail.com. Well, that's not going to fly, because they actually are checking if it is a valid email address. And to be honest, everyone's going to have an email, because you can't go to your app store without an email address. Now, if someone refuses, they refuse. Okay, I understand that. It happens. But it's not going to be 50, 60, 70% of your customers refuse. The majority of your customers are going to take it, are going to give it to you without an issue. All right, guys. So with those tips, promotions, best practices, we should have an amazing tax season.